Hey everybody, welcome back to the Wolfe Pit with another episode of What Are We Eating? When you're traveling down the road and you want something quick and easy to eat, you basically have two options, fast food or gas station food. Neither is a good choice for your lifespan or your waistband, but sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do when you're traveling, or you're in a hurry, or both. No matter which one you choose, it won't be many mile markers down the road until you start clenching and sweating, and it's time to take the Browns to the Super Bowl. So today, I'm trying the Deli Express Double Char-Broil Deluxe that I found at a gas station that I couldn't even believe it had electricity. It looked like a gas station out of a horror movie, but I didn't care because I'll try anything from anywhere for you, the people, so you don't have to. If you know what classic horror movie this gas station is from, let me know in the comments. This 6-ounce Double Char-Broil Deluxe cost me almost $4, which I thought was outrageous. But it's a small price to pay for you, the people, because I love you. I guess Deli Express is trying to make the gas station version of a Big Mac without the special sauce, lettuce, pickles, and onions. Can you imagine how gross it would be if they prepackaged one of these with all the condiments on it? Even without the Big Mac condiments, there's more ingredients in this burger than there are Twinkies in a fat kid's lunchbox. Look at just the ingredients for the burger patties. And then the ingredients for the bun. And the remaining ingredients are for the processed cheddar cheese substitute. Doesn't cheese substitute just sound pleasant? As I was looking up more information on the Deli Express Double Char-Broil Deluxe, I came across another website that had all these reasons to avoid the Double Char-Broil Deluxe. Per Double Char-Broil Deluxe burger, there's 510 calories, 28 grams of total fat, 13 grams of saturated fat, 1.5 grams of trans fat, 55 milligrams of cholesterol, 1,420 milligrams of sodium, 39 grams of carbohydrates, 3 grams of fiber, 8 grams of sugars, and 24 grams of protein. Now the directions say to microwave, but I'm going to use my air fryer. How many of you air fryer haters out there just lost your mind? Of course I'm not going to use my air fryer for this, but I've got to say, joking around with the air fryer haters is funnier than watching a three-legged dog try to bury a turd on an icy lake. Now let's get the burger unwrapped and get it into the crock pot. But let's deconstruct it first and see what's inside. And of course Mrs. Wolfe Pit is doing all the handiwork. I was already too busy getting the crock pot ready. So she removed the sesame seed bun first, and then we had a bright orange, round slice of processed cheddar cheese substitute. And I've got to say, to the best of my knowledge, the only two other cheeses that I've ever seen sliced in round pieces are provolone and mozzarella. Underneath the round slice of processed cheddar cheese substitute, we have a nauseating poultry-formed meat slurry concocted patty. And another piece of bun that's glued to the processed cheddar cheese substitute. And then one more poultry patty. I mean, seriously, the patties don't even look appetizing. Granted, not many people are going to take them apart before they eat them. But I take them apart for you, the people, so you can see what's inside. And the bottom bun is very crumbly and breaking up already. As Mrs. Wolfe Pit was reassembling the Double Char-Broil Deluxe, she noticed that it had the fake grill marks on it. And it even looks like someone used it as an ashtray. The fake grill marks are put onto the meat after it's cooked with a rotary brander. When Mrs. Wolfe Pit picked up the Double Char-Broil Deluxe, the bottom bun was falling all apart. So now it goes into the crock pot for 3.5 hours on low. If you're bored out of your mind and you have no life like me, come follow me on Instagram to see things I do, foods I cook and eat that I don't video, and you might even get some previews of videos before they go live. After 3.5 hours in the crock pot on low, our Double Char-Broil Deluxe is ready. And if you believe I cooked that in the crock pot, send me an email. I can give you a great deal on some oceanfront property in Arizona. I figured since there was so many air fryer haters, I'd go ahead and try to weed out the crock pot haters. But whether you're an air fryer hater or a crock pot hater, just remember one thing. I still love each and every one of you, the people, equally. So after 1 minute in the microwave, our double Char-Broil Deluxe was ready, and Mrs. Wolfe was kind enough to cut it in half. But for some reason, she didn't want to try it. It probably had something to do with me telling her what our 4-meat slurry concoction was, so I did the honors. Visually, I'm not really sure how to describe that. The middle bun and bottom bun have pretty much disappeared. The 4-meat slurry concocted patties appeared to be dry and didn't look like any kind of beef I've ever had, and they even kept that same nauseating gray color after they were microwaved. And the cheese seemed to get brighter after it was microwaved. I bet if I would have turned the lights out, it would have glowed in the dark. So into my pie hole it went. When I bit into it, it certainly didn't taste or feel like a hamburger. It had that all too familiar spongy texture that 4-meat slurry concocted patties usually have. And although it didn't taste or feel like a hamburger, the flavor wasn't bad at all. I mean, once you get past that fake charred flavor. But if I was hungry and this was all there was to eat, I wouldn't have any problem eating it. But it certainly wouldn't be my first choice. With everything together, it tasted pretty good. But now let's open it up and try the 4-meat slurry concocted patty by itself. And by the way, I know that provolone is pronounced provolone and not provolone. I was just trying to make it funny and see how many of you corrected me in the comments. So Mrs. Wolfe pulled and tugged and twisted in pride until she could separate the plastic cheese from the 4-meat slurry concocted patty. This is definitely some of the brightest yellow plastic looking cheese I've ever seen. It's so yellow traffic was slowing down in front of my house. Boy, the dad jokes are strong in this video, aren't they? If you like my lame dad jokes as much as I like telling them, smash that like button. And this burger is okay if you keep it all together, but I'm just not digging the 4-meat slurry concocted patty on its own. It has a strong artificial char flavor to it, and the texture I don't care for by itself. But mixed with the bread and cheese, the texture was a little bit better, and the flavor was a little bit better. And the double Char-Broil Deluxe cheeseburger we had looked absolutely nothing like it does on the Deli Express website, which products never do. So I'm going to give the Deli Express double Char-Broil Deluxe an average score of 5 out of 10. Thank you all very much for watching. Please don't forget to like this video, subscribe, share it with your family and friends, and I'll see you soon.